Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel and welcome to live Q&A here at the Dice Tower. We are normally doing this on Monday mornings, but everything got kind of delayed this week. So lots of streaming today. You saw We'll Play It Live, Board Game Breakfast, Crowd Surfing, and now this. Tomorrow, more streaming coming your way, including Board Game Breakfast, We'll Play It Live, and a back talk of what we thought and saw at Gen Con. So I'm not going to answer too many questions about Gen Con here today, folks, because I'll be talking about that sort of thing tomorrow in that back talk with everybody else. So anywho, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them, and I'll go through them. How's Tim doing? He was busy starting to get stuff ready for Dice Tower West. Yep, I saw him and talked to him a bit at Dice Tower West. Why did Chris do the voiceover for Dice Tower War instead of Eric? Because it just was faster. Chris is here in the office. I'm not saying Eric won't do it in the future. Maybe we'll set him up in the future to do it. It just happened to be that way. Did you get a tenderloin sandwich when in the Great Hoosier State? I did not. I had a tenderloin slider. What's your favorite place to eat in Indy? Well, probably St. Elmo's. I just can't afford it. But St. Elmo's is pretty impressive. Will you be at Pax Unplugged this year? Survey says most likely. Did you visit any local game stores in Indy? If so, what did you think of them? Actually, I did, and a video of that will be going up on Sunday, I believe. Saturday or Sunday, I have a video of the store I went to see. How exhausted are you? I'm not particularly tired at this point in time. I'm always tired, you know, we do stuff, but my exhaustion from Gen Con is definitely going away. How's the Etsy show coming? I don't know. We just talked about that. I don't know if people would be interested in that. The first one would be pretty easy because I would just start looking through board game upgrades with people. And after that, you know, like finding new stuff for a future Etsy show might be more difficult. Or things on eBay or stuff that I've seen. That would be a fun show to talk back and forth on, but I'm not sure how the... I don't know how many people would be interested in it. And B, I don't know that I would be able to consistently do it. Let's see. Any special plans for my birthday this year? Not particularly. I'm turning 46, so I'm edging closer to that 50. I mean, I'm sure I'll go to the Keys with the guys, take them out for my birthday. How do you combat Postcom withdrawal? I never have it, really, because when a convention's over, I'm excited to get home. I was excited to see my family, and I was especially excited to see my puppy. So we got a new puppy, which I said last time in the Gen Con, and so it was kind of, I got the puppy, and then I left. And then my dog... who's only 2 years old, Fuzzy, decided to eat dirt and mesh in our yard or something. Had to have a stomach operation to get that out. Also, we got her spayed at the same time. So, wasn't pleased about either of those things, and now she's wearing a cone, which she's not loving. And the puppy, though, I think likes that she's wearing the cone because the puppy and now her are kind of equals. So we'll see what happens when the cone comes off. She's getting the stitches taken out on Saturday. And then I guess she has to wear the cone for another week. I'm not sure. I'm just tired of that cone. She bumps into everything around the whole house. But I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and both dogs followed me to the bathroom. I woke up in the morning. Both dogs were at the foot of my bed. So I guess I'm the dog leader in my family. Jen Wei, who we met at Gen Con, that was nice. Thanks for doing all the live streams. You know what? It is our pleasure. And I also don't ever want to make it sound harder than it is. Live streams, they are a lot of work, but it also gives us a chance to play some of the new games and the stuff that we're doing. Anyone get sick after Gen Con? I'm sure people got sick after Gen Con. People are going to get sick all the time. But I did not hear, no one here in the Dice Tower has, as far as I know, gotten sick from like coronavirus or anything, but it might happen. It has happened in the past. We don't normally make a big deal about it because people get sick, you know, so that's how it works. Took my wife to St. Elmo's on our third date. We've now been married 22 years, haven't been back, bait and switch. Well, it is quite pricey, but they have the best shrimp cocktail I've ever had in my life. Now, to be fair, you can get that shrimp cocktail at Max and Izzy's too, or Harry and Izzy's, or whatever it's called. Harry and Izzy's, sorry. They have pretty solid steak and pretty good. Their bread is amazing. I mean, everything they do. So I think the best Cobb salad I ever had there. They're just a phenomenal restaurant, but you pay for it. If I was in charge of Gen Con, would I change anything? I would change many things. Bonnie, any updates on how Dice Tower Kickstarter is going? Will shipping start soon? Well, in the Kickstarter, it said that we would ship in December. That's when people would get all their stuff. And we're en route for that. I mean, I'm hoping to get it to people before December. But when I know, you'll know. We're working on getting all the promos from publishers, which is not that particularly easy. But that's part of the Dice Tower Kickstarter. The rest of Dice Tower Kickstarter, where we're doing content, we've done most of everything I promised that we're going to do. And we're trying to do even more new stuff. So hopefully that has been working out. I feel like we fulfilled on our Kickstarter for this year. And then some, I think. That's strays into bragging territory, but I feel like we did a lot of stuff. Did you find it odd that Asmodee Fantasy Flight Games did not have their own sales area at Gen Con, but instead Miniature Market was selling all the Asmodee games? No, I didn't find it odd at all. Miniature Market is owned by Asmodee, so they're just using that as a way to sell their games. What was the most delicious thing you ate while in Indy? We just were talking about that. I don't know. For me personally, I had that. There was a steak slider that I had at Harry and Izzy's, which was phenomenally good, and we had the shrimp cocktail there. Maybe though, rhubarb pie from Shapiro's. I think that might be the best thing I had. What do you think of FFG's smaller in-flight report compared to their previous year's grander report? Well, here's the thing. I did not even know they had one. So there's that. I'm looking to see where it was. Here, I'm going to go look up their in-flight recap. The week of 8/4, yeah, so that's last week. So they mentioned the deck building game. They mentioned Wolverine and Mojo are joining Marvel Champions. And day 2, they talked about Arkham Horror campaign, woo-wee. Day 3, they talked about a Twilight Imperium. No, sorry, Cosmic Encounter. I don't think they announced anything on they just talked about the new Cosmic Encounter expansion. So there was no news for that. And then day 4, they were given an award for Best of Gen Con from Gaming Trend. I'm not sure who Gaming Trend is. And then the Rebel versus Empire deck building game. And I really hate that art. Wow, that art's terrible. What is Gaming Trend? Who are they? GamingTrend.com. Let's check them out. Gaming Trend. Looks like they are a video website. Video games, maybe, but all kinds of stuff. They just review all sorts of things. Meh. Okay. Well, all right. Anyway, so what I think of the FFG in-flight report? Oh, it just used to be such an event. Now it's just not very interesting or exciting. But, yeah, who knows? Things might change. Who handled the video editing for the Dice Tower vlogs this year? That was Chris Yee, who put all those together. What breed is the puppy? The puppy is half Black German Shepherd and half Golden Retriever. The real question is, who rolls the dice for Ready, Set, Bet? Come on now, you know that's my jam, although I allowed Brian Drake to do it once and I allowed Jason Levine to do it once, but the rest of the time I roll the dice for Ready, Set, Bet. Do you not know what we're talking about? Well, at some point, you'll have to watch us play Ready, Set, Bet. Let's see here. What has changed for you after attending many conventions? I'll tell you, the way I treat a convention has changed dramatically. When I go to a convention now, I work really hard. I go there. I go around. I try to cut my meetings to a minimum. I run around to meetings, but I try to keep my meetings short because I think long meetings are a waste of time. And I feel that way about everything. You'll never change my mind about meetings. Meetings in general are a waste of time. I hate them with all my heart. But I still go meet people. I like to meet people. I just don't like meetings. That being said, I run around, and then at night we eat, and then I'm done. I'll hang out in a hotel. This year we were at the Marriott downtown, so I hung out in that hotel and I went nowhere else. I at one point stopped by the Hyatt Games Room at the Hyatt from BG just to see what that was like, but I wasn't particularly interested in wearing a mask all night after we had worn one all day, so I was a little tired. So I just kind of hung out in our lobby, and then I went to bed. And I find that that's a nice cool down at night for me. I've learned at conventions, don't overextend yourself. I still do to some degree, but I'm learning to get better at it. Have I ever dropped one of my personal games and broke the box? Yes. What is the longest line at Gen Con, the flea market line? Well, why? It never ended because people always want deals on games. Thank you for all the nice people saying things about our Gen Con blogs. I really am happy with our Gen Con blogs because there's a lot of people who do blogs. But our new methodology, which we started almost a year ago, where we now do our blogs as a group, and then you just take the different things and Chris edits them all together from different people. I think that shows a wider range of the convention from a various different voices. And I like it so much, and nobody else is doing it. So, you know, this is the thing at the Dice Tower. I'm always trying to think of what new and different thing we can do. What's something new we can try? That's why when someone mentioned the Etsy show today, I was like, no one's done that yet. That sort of thing intrigues me. And sometimes it backfires. Sometimes we try something and it does not work. But the blog thing, I think, works. So. If I sent you a Red Sox hat, would you wear it? No, I only wear hats of teams I like. Or sometimes I wear a hat of a team if I'm stuck somewhere and I need a hat desperately. I'll wear a hat because I don't care that much. So the hats I'll wear are Blue Jays, Marlins. They're the baseball teams. I might wear a Tigers hat. I won't wear a Red Sox hat because I'm sorry. You Red Sox fans were so nice and so meek and mild when you were losing. And as soon as the Red Sox fans started winning, you became as bad as Yankee fans. It's fine, you won, we get it, but now you kind of brag a little too much. Anyway, for football, I'll wear a Dolphins hat. I'd wear an Eagles hat. I mean, I'm from the Philadelphia area. Although I won't wear a Phillies hat. Maybe I wear a Phillies hat. For hockey, whatever, I don't care. For basketball, I don't think I would wear a basketball hat at all. I don't know. I don't really like wearing hats for sports teams anyway, except for some reason I have several Blue Jays hats. I do like the Blue Jays. Peaches, plums, or nectarines? Probably a nectarine. I like all three of them, but they're very Russian roulette fruits. Like, I'll take a bite and it's mushy. I'm like, I don't like them when they're mushy. I like them when they're crunchy. Not maybe too crunchy, but all of them I like when I take a bite of a peach, plum, or nectarine, I want it to have a crunch. I like the fuzz of a peach. I like the smoothness of a nectarine. And plums, if you have a good plum beats any of the rest of them. It's just that good plums are also a smaller ratio. Is there a contest? I do believe there would be a contest. So this is a contest here that you can enter if you're watching this to get a $10 gift certificate from Game Nerds. Now, Game Nerds has tons and tons of games, all over wonderful prices, great selection of games. And you can win a $10 gift certificate to Game Nerds. All you have to do is email us. What is today's date? email us at contest@dicetower.com. And in the subject line, put the word live, L-I-V-E, as in live. And then in the body of the question, answer, what is your favorite fruit? Because that's what we just asked. All right. So you can win a $10 gift certificate. Good luck. Remember, email contest@dicetower.com. In the subsequent line, put the word live, L-I-V-E. All right. And let's see here. What can we be excited for coming up in this next week or so content-wise? Well, I told you that we're doing we'll play it live. We'll try to do that tomorrow. And then we got the Gen Con back talk, so hopefully you all enjoy that. Next week, we have a lot of different reviews coming, a couple of them of big games that I'm excited to be doing, and something different next week. A new paradigm shift here at the Dice Tower. You'll have to wait and see. I guess it's hard not to want to ask about Gen Con. Maybe so. If someone's looking to start into content creation, what's the first thing you'd suggest start with? Take games you like and make content about them. Is there a hat you wouldn't wear? I don't particularly like wearing fezzes. I also don't really like the grandfather hat, or whatever it's called, the fishing hat. I'm not a big fan of that hat. All about knit caps. I almost never wear them. Of course, when it's cold, I'll wear them. Let's see here. Can you spill any new details on blah, 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 blah? And what I mean by that is, no. I don't work for any of these companies, and if I do know information about these games, then we talk about it in the news or when we review them. But people are always like, so when are they shipping this game? Like, how? I don't work for FFG, so no, I can't. I like strawberry rhubarb, says Kabuki Kid. Strawberry rhubarb is superior to rhubarb. They didn't have that. It was just straight rhubarb, but straight rhubarb is fascinating. Cherry rhubarb, however, beats both strawberry and regular rhubarb. What am I reading? I'm currently decided to go back in time and read through the Battletech series from Michael Stackpole. So that's what I'm reading right now. A raspberry rhubarb. Oh, I want raspberry rhubarb. Yes. My reprint that I'm most enthusiastic about? Maybe Ra. The new Ra I saw at Gen Con looked really good. I don't get too pumped about reprints because they come. I'm interested in them. I'm glad to see games getting reprinted, of course, but I don't know, I just take things one at a time as they come out. I wish I was more excited about the Queen City games. They look nice. They were near our booth at Gen Con. They look nice, but they're really expensive. They're also taking like several decades to get them printed. That's not true, but it seems like it's taking a while. I did not see the newest Predator movie, Prey. I don't tend to like those kind of movies where there's a monster killing everybody. I don't find those to be fun. Alrighty. Let's see here. People are talking about FFG and muffins. Do you enjoy the Marvel or Star Wars IP more? I like the Marvel IP more, but I think the Star Wars board games do a better job at bringing the theme to life than Marvel do. Let's see here. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about the She-Hulk coming out? 6, maybe. I'm interested in it, especially since the Hulk's in it. That's cool. But the breaking the fourth wall, we'll see. So, I don't know. I like breaking the fourth wall sometimes. I don't like it in comics, and I don't like it all the time. But like Malcolm in the Middle, one of my favorite TV shows, I like the breaking of the fourth wall there. We'll see. Let's see here. Congrats, Dice Tower just won the Terrier Halo Award for editing the Gen Con vlogs. Well, unbelievably, Terrier Halo just won the Dice Tower Award for best comment on a post-Gen Con blog Q&A session. This is going on my FAQ, and by the way, I am redoing the FAQ. I went and read the questions on it. I was like, I really need to do this. At what age did you start board gaming with your children? When I felt they were ready. Straight up. I will never answer otherwise. I feel that strongly about it. Kids are not the same. Do not think they are. Don't go, should I start reading rules them when they're in the womb? First of all, no, you monster. But just play games with them when you think they're ready to handle it. And recommendations for young kids games, there's tons of them out there. There's tons. I review every kid's game practically I can get my hands on. Just look at companies like Haba and GameRight. There's many good ones out there. Let's see here. I know you didn't play 40K all that much, but in lore, who was your favorite faction? In lore, my favorite faction was the Tau. Because they were the only ones who didn't seem to hate everyone else in the universe. Good grief. The 40K universe, I know the tagline is, in the future there's only war. But seriously, it's so depressing. And no one's a good guy. Space Marines are jerks. The Orcs are jerks. The Necrons are like evil undead. And then don't even get me started on the Chaos Marines. Imperial Guard are jerks. They're like friends of the Space Marines. What do we got left? Eldar. They're not too nice. Dark Eldar. They start the word with dark. Tyranids are just like creatures that like to kill everything. So you had the Tau. Everyone else was kind of jerky. I got an update from Dice Tower West today. Looking forward to booking. Will the code to make the room reservations be available when badge sales start? I assume so, but I'll have to ask Tim. My mate Gary Brown Eye says you're a black belt in karate. I am not a black belt in karate. I've never taken a karate lesson in my life. Have you noticed your kids getting better in something in particular at school that you attribute to board games? I don't know that I've noticed that in particular. We'll have to see. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm skipping a lot of these things. A lot of them aren't questions, just people talking back. Hey, don't say that about Cubbies fans. No, I don't, actually. The Cubs fans are a little bit more sedate. They had their moment of victory, and I was very, very happy for them. But they do not go around bragging like the Red Sox did. Let's see here. I only wear a hat when it's cold. I wear a hat here when it's sunny, when it's raining, when it's cool, and when it's warm. So basically, I wear a hat all the time. Not indoors. I only wear a hat indoors when I'm recording a Dice Tower video, but I do like wearing them when I go out a lot. Although I wear a lot of baseball caps. Is it starting to be time for an updated top 10 trick-taking games? I don't think so. We just did one like either we did it last year or we did it 2 years ago, but it has not been that long ago. We did it with Tim, and Z. People are definitely talking about peaches and plums. Did I see all the Jelly Blob headwear at Gen Con? No, I did not see that. I did not see a ton of people that were dressed up or not. Today is my wife and I's 20th anniversary. Congratulations. Do you and your missus celebrate your anniversaries in any big way? Well, we go out to eat sometimes. For our 20th anniversary, I took her to China/Korea, so that was pretty good. Are the board game prices increasing also in this madness world, or does it only feel like it? Well, yes, because that's life. I mean, board games have increased in price since you were born, so they're always going to go up in price. I've never seen the Castlevania series on Netflix. I might watch it at some point, but I don't know. My wife and I just watched Everything Everywhere All at Once last night. That's a very interesting movie. If you get a hat, what brand would I recommend? Hats in the Belfry is where this one came from. There's another brand too that I like a lot, but I can't remember what they are. I always just look in one of my hats and order the same kind. I think you look silly in a fez, Tom, says Diane. Thank you, Diane. Let's see here. Do you still enjoy Funkoverse? The Squid Game's new expansion looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, actually, the Funko team showed that one to me. They pulled it out, and I looked at the powers. So that looks kind of interesting. I especially like one of the new characters is two different characters depending on if you put the mask on or not. I thought that was kind of cool. Let's see though. I know the Mechwarrior Dark Age novels. No, but I think I'm going to move into the Mechwarrior Dark Age because I'm reading through. I mean, honestly, I just don't like the rest of the BattleTech universe as much as Michael Stackpole's stuff. Maybe there's some good authors. I don't know. The ones I read were okay, but Michael Stackpole takes the macro approach to the entire universe. The other writers will pick like a very small subsection, so it's okay. But I'm just rereading it. Did I visit a church in Indy? I did not. We do a Christian service at Gen Con, and I run that on Sundays. Have you watched any of the Sandman yet? I watched the first 15 minutes, and I just something else came up. And no, I've never read it at all. How many of you are going to Essen? I don't know the answer to that yet. We will see. Is the Dice Tower Essentials line still in existence? My word, is it in existence right now? You can back Foundations of Rome on Kickstarter. That's in the line with its expansion, which is in the Dice Tower line. And we got another Dice Tower line game coming up that we'll be probably playing tomorrow on We'll Play It Live, or we're playing it on Friday. What do you think of the trend of TV show themed IPs in games lately, such as Ozark, Squid Games, etc.? Both of those you mentioned, I think, are both coming from Asmodee. Maybe. I'm kind of interested in it. I don't automatically assume the game is bad, but I also don't know that I care if these games come out. Let's see here. Since BGG is shutting down its online marketplace, will we see a Dice Tower online marketplace? Not at the moment. That is not on my scale of things that I can handle. What is the best way to ease kids into more advanced games? I guess play them with them if you really want them. But if they're like, Dad, I'd rather play the simpler game, you might go, oh, okay. I saw your review on Vagrant Song. Do you think the theme was executed well? I really liked the theme in Vagrant Song. I thought it was really interesting. The idea of riding a ghost train, it gave me some Cuphead vibes, a spooky little... Like, there's a lot of fantasy stuff that we see nowadays. And this felt fantasy in a different way, and I liked the whole riding a spooky train. It was like a silly little spooky theme, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I forgot Hasbro games for kids? Oh, no, I didn't forget that. Heh. Let's see here. We have a Schnauzer, and we just heard about a festival for Schnauzers being held in Georgia. Would you go to a convention festival for your favorite breed of dog? I'd like to say no, I wouldn't. But if it was within driving distance, I'd be like, there's a black German Shepherd? I'd like to go learn more about them. That's the main reason I would go. Let's see here. Have you read the Dark Tower series? No, or much Stephen King? I've read a lot of Stephen King, but I haven't read the Dark Tower series. I've mostly read his short story stuff. When did you go to Universal Halloween Horror Nights? Last year, the year before that, the year before that, and the year... Actually, I didn't go in 2020, I don't think. I don't think it happened in 2020. But I've gone for like the last 6 years. And is the Fast Pass worth it? My word, it's worth it, especially if you go during a crowded time. On the new Dodo's Riding Dinos campaign, they're offering a card pack that integrates all their games together, which I thought was a cool idea. Why don't more publishers do things like that? Because it just can't always be done, and it's a lot of work. Have you checked out the digital version of Everdell yet? No, but Z, I think, just played it here this morning, or this afternoon. What's the most fun Dungeons & Dragons board game? Probably Lords of Waterdeep. Let's see here. Do I fancy a currywurst? Yes, I do. You can't really buy much currywurst here in America. At least, I shouldn't say America. I'm sure there's places in America. But in Miami, I haven't found any. How often do you wash your hats? Not particularly much, because it's a pain, and I don't want to get them beat up in the wash machine. Is a sombrero part of your hat collection? No, I might have one somewhere. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't wear it. It would just look weird if I wore it out. I don't know how to explain that because people are like, your hats look weird. If I wear a red fedora, if I wear a blue fedora, different color fedoras, people don't say anything. If I wore a sombrero, people might... sombrero is kind of a ceremonial type thing. If you wear it here anyway, I think it would just look weird. Let's see here. What are your thoughts on hard-to-get games? I don't know what that means. Like, what do I think about a hard-to-get game? It's hard to get. Yeah. So, maybe you're complaining they're hard to get. I get that. Companies make a game. They can't afford to make a lot of copies. They hope it's a success. When it is, it's hard to get more. But then they try to make more. So, if it's hard to get and you can't get it or it's really difficult to find, then play a different game. There's so many good ones out there. Let's see here. I was thinking about getting Cosmic Encounter, but I have a small play group. Is it even worth playing it if I have only 3 to 4 players? It's a little worth it for 4. I'll never play it with 3. It's best with 5 or 6. Let's see here. When did you guys add the second tier of memberships on YouTube? A couple months ago. I'm not even sure what they do. I remember I was messing around in there and added them maybe, but I don't remember what they're for. Stackpole's the best. The entire Twilight the Clan series was good, even the ones not by Stackpole. That I agree on. Is the top 5 of Gen Con coming to YouTube? We hope so. I believe Roy is working on it right now. Will there be a game exchange again at Dice Tower Retreat? Yes. We'll have more information out to people about that soon. Will the Dice Tower be at Board Game Geek Con this year? Everything's possible, but likely not. Let's see here. Tom, now that you're going to cons again, have you thought about getting industrial work shoes designed to be standing on concrete all day? Maybe they are, but I want shoes that I can wear all the time anywhere. I buy very comfortable walking shoes since I'm often walking. Is Essen a good first-time board game convention? I don't think so. I think it'd be very overwhelming. It's huge and it's just mostly shopping. Let's see here. Trey Parker's top 10 video was very fun. If you tried getting any other celebrity gamers for a similar video, who would be your ideal get? I don't know, just someone who likes to talk about games. I haven't tried it. I mean, I have tried it maybe with a few people, but I don't know many celebrities. I only know a couple minor celebrities. And getting them to come here and do stuff would probably be pretty expensive. I don't have an ideal get because I want more people to know about games. Let's see here. Talking about eBay and sorry, I'm trying to find some questions here. Even with all these hard-to-get games out there, I come out of a game store burdened with a heavy load. I agree, folks. That's just the simple fact of the matter is people are like, oh, I can't afford to get this game. I guess I'll buy these other 50 games in the meantime. Did you really need another cosmic color? You know what? Yes, I did. And I'll tell you why. Because Cosmic Encounter is a game that has many powers that require 20 more ships. So they always say use a player color that's not in the game. But if you have pink, that can always be the player color that's not being used. And then you can still play with all the other players. So yes, I did need another color. Let's see here. Are there any board games you'll only play digital now? Well, Ascension I play almost only digital. Terraforming Mars maybe. Hearthstone. Do you have some good walking shoe recommendations? I really don't. Just because I just go and put them on my feet at the store until I find one that fits me. Should someone write you a theme song to hum while looking for questions so peeps can't make fun of you always saying, let's see here? No, I mean, I guess I don't mind that people make fun of me about that. Let's see here. It says Epic gets early access to videos. Is that true? Yeah, I think what I was going to do is when we had videos scheduled live, if you were Epic, you could see them a few days before other people. I have to go back and see how that works. It's been a while since I've done that, and I don't think anyone got it. We need to get Mr. Beast on the Dice Tower. He loves games. That'd be interesting. I wonder if I could handle his level of energy. His level of energy is quite exuberant. But yeah, if anyone can get me in touch with him, I'll have him on the show. Dice Tower would hit 1 million subs? I doubt it. I saw in a review about Energy Empire saying that you and Z really hated Chain Reaction. Why was that? Well, let me look it up. Maybe I wrote the answer on Board Game Geek. The Manhattan Project Chain Reaction. I never gave this a rating. It's definitely a 3. I didn't write a review. I just remember playing it and not liking it at all. It's rated at 2,809, so go figure. Maybe I just had a bad day of it, but I remember it being a very terrible game. Let's see here. Cosmic Encounter offers alien matchups in the rulebook. Do you think that's a good way to start out? Maybe I would just play with whatever I could get my hands on. Just pull some out and play it. Whoops. What's a hat you would buy if money were no object? I'd get some more hats. I always look at fedoras. So there's a hat store at Disney Springs, and I always stop in there, look at the hats, go, I like that hat. And then I look at the price and I go, not that much, and we leave. So that's what I would buy. That hat. I'm always looking for nice fedoras, multicolored fedoras, if you can get those. I'm looking for. I look for, just colors that I don't have very many of. But like I said, they're kind of expensive, so I don't hunt that much. Let's see here. People are talking about Will Wheaton's tabletop. It's been gone for a while now. How do you feel about the Marvel United promos? CMON had a lot of exclusives on both Kickstarters. They're listed for $70 each for Greyhawk and Juggernaut. If it's on the Kickstarter, you can get it or not get it. I don't love exclusives necessarily on a personal level, but people have an opportunity to get them. You're like, well, I didn't know about it till now. Then I wouldn't worry so much about it. The base game and all the stuff you can get for it is really fun. Opinions on Batgirl being canned. I don't know anything about that, but that would be a terrible way to die. Man, I haven't read that in the comics. She was canned? That's pretty gruesome, even for, DC. Now, Batman, didn't he die? He and Joker died in, an explosion, but then they brought him back. Spoilers. I think I read that comic, or I'm reading that comic, but I definitely know nothing about, The more I think about it, the more disgusting it is. To get canned would be gross. Is a 3D printer worth it for a board gamer? For sure. As long as you use it. Let's see. What program are you using to put the questions and the photos on the screen like you do? It's called Ecamm. E-C-A-M-M. On average, how early are the registrations open for DT conventions? Anywhere from 6 to 9 months. Sounds right. Let's see here. Batman probably is a can opener's utility belt. Probably. You wouldn't ever see him getting canned. That's cool. Thanks, Batman. That's the nicest thing anyone said to me. Thank you, Violet Frog. All right. How old does something have to be before you don't have to say spoiler? I have no idea. All I know is that a lot of times people get annoyed about spoilers who weren't planning to watch it. Like if you get annoyed that, Green Soylent has people at this point, you were never going to watch the movie. A random top five dairy products. Wow, that's just cheese. But I have the top 10 book. Let's go to the front and find one. All right, here we go. This is a good one. My top 10 best superpowers. All right, so we're going to have to write some stuff down here so that we can cross things off on the list here because superpowers would be pretty handy to have here. So I'm just going to write a bunch down and then we'll put them in order. So we have telepathy. That's obvious. Invulnerability. Because that teleportation, I think, could be on the list. Let's see here. What are other good superpowers to have that I would want? Because I'm trying to think of ones that I would want here. What like a superpower to have? Flight, I'm going to put on here. Maybe we'll come back to that. That'd be kind of useful. I'm not putting on here, by the way, telekinesis, because I think telekinesis is ridiculous, because if I can lift this cup and move it, right, that doesn't mean I can take a watch apart. That's always bothered me. Invisibility, yeah, I could see that. I mentioned, okay, let's see. Super speed. I like that. We'll write down super speed. Phasing. Intangibility. Okay, I'll write that down. I'm not sure. Freezing. I don't know how useful that would be. I don't know that I would want that one. Ooh, wisdom. You're right. Super brains, or we'll put there. I know they're not quite the same thing. Forge's techno ability. Yeah, I don't hate that ability, actually. Techno ability. Regeneration. That's a good one. That's actually really good. Really good. Manipulate electricity like the shocker. No, not particularly. I don't think I would want that superpower. I'll write clones because that would be fun. Freeze time. Yeah, freeze time would be really handy. Control weather like storm. No, I don't think so. Optic blast, no way. Luck. Ooh, I like the luck one. Luck is a good one. Knowing the correct answer to any question. Stretchy skin. I don't know if I'd want the stretchy, like the Mr. Fantastic elastic power. Never gain weight. Well, to become tiny and big, I think I would worry about becoming tiny. Enter multiverses? No. I like our universe. I wouldn't want to jump to a different one. Magnetism? Spider sense. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Create things like Green Lantern. Okay, I'll write that down. Ooh, shape-shifting. Shape-shifting is a good one. Okay, so now I'm going to go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have to eliminate six of these. So I want to keep shape-shifting. I'm going to cross that one off. I'll keep that one. I'll keep that one. Ooh, I'll keep that one. I'll keep that one. Oh, that's not looking good. I'm going to keep that one. I'm not going to keep that one. I'll keep that one. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I got my 10. I dropped some good ones, though. Okay, here we go. Okay, so number 10 for me, I'm going to go with clones because it would be fun to create clones myself. I have people to play games with and stuff. Well, I actually could go higher. Number 9 would be extreme brains, smartness, intelligent. I'm the most brilliant man in the world. Although, careful, that one can turn you into a villain. Number 8 would be invulnerability. I just like the idea of not getting sick or getting hit by a car and shaking it off. Number 7 would be spider sense. I think that's very handy to have, to know something's about to happen and prepare yourself for it. Number 6 would be freeze time. Freeze time for a moment. Quick, get a bunch of stuff done. Unfreeze time. Number 5 would be teleportation, because the ability to jump anywhere in the world, I would never buy another airplane ticket again. Although I would also not buy another airplane ticket. Actually, that's not 5. Sorry. That's going to be 4. 5 would be intangibility. I just think it'd be useful if I could just not, I don't know, I could get hit by a car and be okay. That'd be fun. Now, number 3 is shape-shifting. I like the ability to warp into somebody else. Kind of. That would be a lot of fun. And take their shape. So that's number 3. Number 2 is luck. Having good luck or having other people have bad luck. You can't beat that. And number 1 would be telepathy. Being able to read other people's minds would help me get much more stuff done. Alrighty. Has board gaming professionally taken any of the fun out of the hobby for you? No, I still have it fun. Let's see here. We don't have enough hats for multiple times. Well, that's true, but I would be able to share hats. Only one of us would go out at a time. There'd be Monday Tom, Tuesday Tom, Wednesday Tom. Let's see here. These are mostly X-Men. Well, X-Men also took most of the basic powers. Breathing underwater is a neat one. Actually, one I didn't put in there that I'd be interested in was translational powers. I'd be able to understand any language anytime. That'd be very, very handy. Why is Tom wearing glasses again? Didn't he have laser eye surgery? I'm wearing glasses to be cool. No, I'm now old. I'm in my 40s and I was nearsighted. So I had LASIK for that. And now I'm going farsighted where I can't read things that are close to me. So I've got reading glasses for that. Let's see here. That's the theme of a movie, ain't it? In which each girl had the name of the day. Yep, it is. I could fold translation powers into telepathy. Oh, that's true, right? But see, if I had telepathy, I would never want, and no one would ever know I had it. I would never, ever give people that secret, except maybe the person, like my manager. I don't know why I'm saying manager. I don't have a manager. I might just went blank for a second. My wife would be the only person I'd want to know it. When going to Origins of Columbus, you've been to Schmidt's Sausage House? Yes. Any favorite desserts or sausages from there? I don't know. I just eat the sausages and think, that's delicious. Let's see. Did I find good key lime pie in Indy? I did not look for it. Sorry, I'm starting to get a little sleepy here. Maybe this Gen Con stuff is catching up with me. Let's see here. Ooh, did I catch up on questions? I would love to communicate with animals. You know, I've often thought that, but I've often thought communicating with animals would be closer to the Far Side. If you ever seen the Far Side, it's one of my favorite comics where the dogs bark, 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 and then the scientist translates it and it's hey, 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 hey. That would be kind of what it is. Yes, Ant-Man stuff would do well. Oh, Schmidt's cream puffs. You're right. Those are amazing. They're delicious. They're fantastic. I love them. Here's a superpower to add to the list. Key lime pie finding senses. What? I've already found it. I have a superpower. I could not find good coffee in Indy, says Jeffrey78. Speaking of finding things in Indy. Okay. You coffee drinkers are so picky for something you need to have. I just need to have food to survive. My favorite Far Side comic is I really do like Vanilla. Huh. That one is not ringing a bell. I'm trying to think what that was the punchline to. I am not remembering that. There's a lot of Far Side comics. I really like them. I read, I think, all of them. So maybe I'm just missing that one. Or the one where the guy is talking to the dog. Oh, yeah, it's true. Blah, 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 ginger. Blah, 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 ginger. My son saw the Gen Con and Dice Tower videos, and now he can't wait for next year. Cheap flight to Florida or drive 4 hours to Indy? Basically, it's this. What do you want to do at a con? If you want to just see board games and a spectacle and buy lots of games, Gen Con's better. If you want to play games, Dice Tower's better. Let's see here. Do you think more people would be gaming in the stadium if the Gen Con library was nicer? Yes. Or people just not end up playing older games there? Maybe. It's also a really long walk to get to that stadium. What was your best movie theater experience? It's not even close. It was watching Avengers Endgame in theater. That was an amazing movie theater experience. Watching Avengers was cool, but Avengers Endgame was just amazing. The crowd there, everyone was into it. The first time seeing it, having everybody cheer with me, laugh with me, be sad with me. It was amazing. I will never forget how good that was. Every once in a while, I'll go on YouTube and watch the clips of like hearing a crowd reaction of Avengers Endgame, and I'm like, I remember that. It was that exciting. So that's the comic. I think I really like Vanilla. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I've seen that one. Let's see. Have I read this Far Side special origin story when a young Gary Larson gets bitten by a werecow in Europe while hitchhiking? I do remember that. The Far Side will never be matched again. You never know. I mean, good stuff happens. My two favorite comics, both of them done, are Far Side and Calvin and Hobbes. They're both fantastic comics. They're both retired. But you never know what might happen in the future. What's my favorite convention city? Oh, that's interesting. Probably Orlando. I like Orlando. The hype for the MCU and Avengers will never be the same. Probably. When that movie was done, though, I told my kids, I said, if I never see another good movie the rest of my life, I am satisfied. And so I am. Who is the friendliest game designer? There's a lot of friendly game designers out there. Did my... Oh, I thought my mic went out. Would you recommend Geekway to the West? I've heard of the convention, but I don't know anyone. Oh, I liked it. It's a big open gaming con, just like Dice Tower East. Let's see here. Have you ever tried mochi? Yeah, it's overrated. Which your kids likes to play the most pranks? My kids don't play many pranks. I don't know why. You would think that they would get that from me a little bit, but there's not a lot of prank playing from my kids. So, let's see here. I think we are basically caught up on questions. So, we'll just talk a little bit here briefly, and then I'm going to get going because I got to keep working on things for this week and next week. So we got lots of cool things coming up. I think you're going to like it. I hope when you watch this and you listen to the theme at the beginning here, I really love these themes that we're getting made for us for the Dice Tower. I got a really fun one coming up. I had a great time seeing everyone at Gen Con. We'll talk a little bit more in detail about Gen Con tomorrow. And also Board Game Geek. Not Board Game Geek. Board Game Breakfast. Board Game Geek's a different thing. I am a little tired right now. So I got to get going here. We hopefully have the electrician coming in either this week or next week to start working on Dice Tower stuff for us. And, get the electricity figured out and changed so that we can start working on that second studio. So that stuff's exciting. Thank you to everybody. I appreciate you joining in. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching Q&A on the Dice Tower. See y'all.